Have you ever brought your shoulder or your hip out to end range, let's say external rotation, and you get this really sharp, pinchy sensation, and you're not really sure what it is? Maybe your PT or your trainer told you, hey, just take a foam roll or lacrosse ball and just kind of rub it out, and it should actually make you feel better. Well, I'm going to explain to you today why we're sort of directing our attention to the wrong area of the body.
Excuse my crude drawing of a posterior shoulder with the deltoid and the connective tissue removed. You can somewhat make out some of the muscles. So here is the supraspinatus, infraspinatus, teres minor, teres major, and then the long head of the tricep. But what you should note is the blue section where we're looking at where the muscles converge onto the bone and turn into tendon. What should be appreciated is there's a layer that connects the bones, which would be the ligaments. So you can think of it as separate, but technically they all sort of blend into each other. Particularly the shoulder muscles all blend and terminate into the ligaments, which turn into the joint capsule. And so here you can see the glenohumeral ligament. This is the posterior side.
When we look here, we can see that this is essentially two bones. Doesn't matter what two, because a joint is essentially the space between two bones. The blue that goes around it is the joint capsule. And this is what it should look like at rest or when you're not doing anything. So if we look at this next drawing, the section where I run out of space on the bottom essentially is, let's say, me externally rotating. Everything comes under load, so it's coming under tension, which then means on this top side, because it doesn't open posteriorly, now it's going to hit, and I'm going to get that sharp, pinchy feeling that you likely get when you're doing a lot of your exercises. So what ends up happening is if you decide to direct all of your time and attention to the posterior section because it pinches, well, it's not a muscle tissue thing, it's a connective tissue thing, it's a joint capsule problem, right? So the way that I would resolve this for you is if we know we can get out to here before it pinches, we can come back a little bit and then load into external rotation, because what that's going to do is at that angle, you have yet to run out of space. So we're trying to essentially force it open a little bit more and have it give you a little bit more to reach your end range pain-free. And so if you go ahead and apply a light isometric, let's say about 20 seconds worth, what you should note is that when you go back into your end range, either the pinch is gone or it should have moved a little bit further. Give this a try and let me know how it goes.